Good evening, hockey fans, Voyager hockey fans, Montana Wolves fans. We are live, coming to you from Fogarty Arena again. All right, everybody. We got a new camera for you. I hope y'all like it. Here it is. Bench cam, coach cam. There's the coach in the orange. Yeah, that's me. She's looking at it. Woohoo! Coach Cam, she's on it. Loving every minute of it. You gotta like a coach that likes to be on TV. We are live, coming at you. We also got goalie cam, but I tell you what, everybody, we need another camera because we had to cannibalize one of the goalie cams to turn it into coach cam. We got 3 minutes, 25 seconds left on the warm-up clock here. We're going to give you my camera here to watch your Wolves or your Voyageurs warm up. So it looks like the coach is looking favorably upon the coach cam. We'll go back to coach cam. There it is. Back to the coach cam. 8:29 on the clock here. Hope you're all enjoying the weekend so far. It is Friday night down in Plain. Nobody knows anything about Team Montana here. Let's get you a count. We got 3, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We might have a full team here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold on. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We got a full team of 20 here today. So it looks like Johnson and Arneson are back. I still got to tell you, folks, loving that bench cam right there. We're going to get you back live here watching some hockey. Give you a look at Montana here. So, Team Montana, we're going to call them the Wolves, whatever. They are black sweaters and socks trimmed in red with white letters, black helmets. And I tell you what, they were doing their warm-ups. They are trimmed out in everything team. They look alike. They're wearing the same. It's sharps. So they're looking good so far. Fairly big size team. These girls are a pretty good size. Trying to get a look at some of the skill set here. If that gets loud, I think you're number 1. Got the main one. Get Justin set up in his headphones. We can talk to each other now. Justin, can you hear me? Coming through? All right. Sounds good. So, Team Montana here, or the Wolves, looking pretty good so far. We'll see how they come up. Let you watch them for a little bit, or go to a quick coach cam. Coach is calling everybody over. 28 seconds left on the clock here. Yep. So the broadcast team here needs to come up with another camera so we can get to 5. So our system here allows 9 total cameras. Right now we're sitting at 4. All right, buzzer sounds. We're going to pick up some pucks and get this thing fired up. Justin, I love it when you have a all day long. That'll go around the team pretty quickly. All right, this is why we did bench camp. There it is. We're going to get the cheer, the rah-rah. Another thing that's pretty cool, we'll see if it works here. Bear with us. Watch your ears, Justin. We're going live. See if we can hear them. Gets quiet over there. That mic is hot on the bench. Wolves are ready to go. All right, we didn't pick up a lot there, Justin, did we? I'm going to mute him again. Next, we might have to live mic the coach. We'll see. All right, so the girls are getting onto the bench. We're going to go back to the main camera here. Okay. Yeah. You're good. All right, folks. We are away a little goalie equipment malfunction here for the Wolves. We're starting out with Fuller, Longberg, and Jokinen. Jokinen playing their second game here. Gross and Strom on defense. We're going to be back to a stronger D tonight. We've got both Johnson and Arneson back. Both goalies say they're ready. Looks like Byron in the net to start. Longberg on the draw. This one's going to be controlled by the Wolves. They go back to their own D. Longberg on the chase. Tried to get it up. Gross tips it in. Longberg, just behind Jokinen. And now it comes back out to Strom. Fuller picks it up. She's good at the line. Saved by the goalie. Fuller keeps it in. Battling down behind the net. Here come the Wolves the other way. They throw it up ice. Again, kept in by Strom. So far, the Voyageurs controlling here. Here come the Wolves the other way. They get past Gross. Put it in by the end wall. And around to Strom. Fuller's going to pick it up here. Fuller sees Jokinen and whiffed on the pass. Picked up by, looks like Hammer. Fuller's going to go dump it in deep. She goes in. This is Rose. Chipping it back. Fuller goes off for a change. Here come the Wolves the other way. Tried to get it by Johnson. Hammer behind the net. Hammer wraps it around the wall to Rose. Rose along the wall. Just inside the hash marks. Spaeth gonna go get it. She tried to get it up to Hodrop, but peeled away by the Wolves. Right out in the slot, saved. Just goes wide. This goes wide of Byron. Couple of whiffs here. Kept in by the Wolves. Johnson behind her own net. Trying to get over to Rose. Now the Wolves controlling. Rose has it. Rose is going to go up the wall. She throws it in deep. That one should get waved off. But they called it. So that's going to be icing on the Voyageurs. First one of the game. 20:51 left on the clock. Bench cam. Oh, I can see I cut off the head of the coach. Sorry about that. I'll have to tip that up a little later. So this one is McDonald on the draw. Wolves throw it into the corner. Pestered by Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy out to Putnam. And just unable to get to it. Here's McDonald. And they throw it in deep. Putnam on the backhand. Strikes the center. Saved by the goalie. Pushed aside again. And a goal by Hills. That's going to extend her team lead. So I think Hills from Putnam again. That's quickly, Justin, becoming the coach's favorite line. I think that's number 6 for Hills. So the Voyageurs draw first blood here. Wolves 2-on-1. 2-on-1 trying to get around Clay Bundy. Spin around right out in center. Nice job by the team. It's out front. Oh, save Byron. Another save Byron. Another save Byron. This is Donald behind the net. Back to the point for the Wolves. They throw it around. Wolves going to pick it up in the corner. Comes over to Hills. Picked off by the Wolves. Now back to the point. He makes one quick move. Step it in. Tries the center. Shot. Save off the iron. Clay Bundy now gathers it up. Clay Bundy going up the near wall. He's trying to get it in deep. And that's going to be offsides on the Voyageurs. So quick action here to start. New favorite camera. We do, first time. All 20 are here. That's a full bench. All right, everybody. In front of us here, Dodge. This is going to go over to Strom. Strom throws it up to Olsen. Olsen tries to get it over to somebody. Gross picks it up. Strom throws it up, goes into the offensive zone. That's going to be the Wolves to pick it up. Now they pick it up at the hash mark. Strom tries to pinch it off. Dodge throws it in deeper. Comes back to Dodge again. Dodge with a hard low shot. That one goes off. Actually, that was Strom. Threw it off of Dodge. Wolves get it in deep. Dodge will be the first one there. Tries to wrap it around the other way to Quo. Quo's going to get a burst of speed. Chips it around the D. She's going after it. Got Olsen out front. Dodge throws out in front of the net. Strong, big one-timer, goes wide. Dodge right there, way to go. That's going to be another goal. Nice job, that's Dodge from Strong. Might have to double check the scoring again. I think there's another assist. But that makes it 2-0 for your Voyageurs. Longberg, Jokin, and Fuller now with Johnson and Spaeth on D. Jokinen throws it over to Fuller. Fuller throws it in deep. Longberg's going to go battle it out in the corner. Jokinen tries to get a handle on it. Fuller tries to get into Longberg. Fuller gathers it up right in the slot. Shot, saved by the goalie. Nice quick shot. Bench cam moved. Bench cam looks a little different. We're going to have to go adjust. Either that or the coach doesn't want to be on there. Oh, here come the Wolves. 2-1 trying to get around Johnson. Wolves from behind the Voyager net. Johnson brings it out to Fuller. Fuller tries to make a move and gets knocked off her stick. Now it goes back to Johnson. Right out in the slot. Wolves backhand. Shot. Oh, Byron got the toe on it. Toe saved by Byron. Yeah, she just got the toe on it. It goes into Jokin. Jokin in all alone, 1-on-4. Wolves behind their own net. Clay Bundy, probably going to get 2 minutes there. She dumped somebody. So it's going to be called interference on Clay Bundy. The bench cam is slowly sagging. So Clay Bundy for interference, that's going to put the Wolves on the power play. 16:51 to go here. Face-off one, picked up by Strom. Strom does the spinorama. Now she goes backhand over to, couldn't tell. Strong with it again. Spinorama. She's going to get it up to Hodrova. Hodrova tries to get it out. That one's going to come out to center. Wolves try to get it in deep. And offsides is the call. Minute 31 to go here in the power play for the Wolves. Puck's down. They ring it around here. Able to get it out of the zone is the Hammer. And that's icing on the Voyageurs. Face-off going to come to the left of Byron. Puck's down, won by Rose. Spaeth in behind the net. Battle in the corner. Still battling. Now Rose trying to get it up the wall. Picked up by the point, shot. That was about 4 feet wide of Byron. Hill's trying to get it out of the zone. That's denied. 46 seconds left in the power play. Rose is on the wall and she can hurry. Rose getting caught from behind. Rose go backhand. Nice play by the defense. Pestered Rose just enough to get her to lose the handle. Here come the Wolves the other way through center. Wolves going wide, stolen away by Spaeth. Hills tried to get a shot off, got denied. This one's coming all the way back for Spaeth. 12 seconds left in the penalty. Wolves throw it into the corner. 5 seconds to go. All the way over to Johnson. Johnson tries to get it up to Putnam. Putnam's got it. Feeds over to Olsen. McDonald tries to get it in deeper. And I don't think it's too many, but it looks like the ref might be calling a bench minor on the Voyageurs. They put it on the box. They didn't let it on the penalty box. So a discussion here. So it looks like 2-minute bench minor. Actually, the refs are now talking about it. Justin, I didn't see a bench minor there. They were thinking that the puck touched the player that was outside the zone there is all I could gather. And maybe our player was coming out of the box. We'll see what the refs say. Either way, 14:42 left. Hey, can we take a minute? Do you mind go running and typing that thing up and raise it? I'll go and do the camera just for a minute. So we're going to try and get bench cam figured out here. Refs are still trying to explain to everybody what the plan is here. So the call is no penalty here. So it looks like coaches won the battle. So 5-on-5 hockey here. Goes back to Rose. That's going to be Wolves trying to get out of their own zone. Nice job by Spaeth. Here comes Olsen. Olsen from behind the net. Throws it out front. Puck's loose. One shot. Dodson tries the center. Comes out to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy throws it towards the net. Now Quo has it behind the net. She tries to center. Now here come the Wolves through center. Trying to get around Clay Mundy. Wolves from behind the net tried to center. Dodge gave it a hacky sack kick with their left foot. Now up to Olsen. Olsen's got Quo. Tries to spring her. Quo's loose. Can just get there at the sharp angle. Couldn't quite get it. Here come the Wolves, 2-on-1 against Clay Mundy. They go wide. Tried to get it out front. Oh, good job. And that's going to be icing. And that one's going to come all the way back to the right of Byron. 13:26 now to go in the first half. Face off just right of Byron. Looks like Longberg, Fuller, Jokic. Puck's down. Get it towards the net. Fuller's going to pick it up at the top of the circle. Fuller goes down in a heap right below us. Picked up by Jokinen and Longberg. Longberg's going to throw it in deep. Goes behind the net. Thank you, Sir Justin. Good job. Looks great. All right, the Wolves behind their own net. Switch it back to the main cam. Strom going to keep it in the zone. Fuller now behind the net. Tries to get it over to Jokinen. Kept in by Strom again. Shot. Goes behind the net. Fuller now picks it up. Tries to get it over to Gross. Strom now with it. Strom going to circle behind her own net. Strom still with it. Now she hit a cluster. Jokinen and Fuller. Oh, just missed it. Fuller tried to get the handle on it. Great pass by Jokinen, but it was just behind Fuller. Now they're back around the end wall. Jokinen's going to come away with it. She's going to throw it back to Gross. Gross line, shot, saved by the goalie. Strom's going to battle it in deep. Jokinen, back out to Fuller. Oh, didn't get the one-timer off. Oh, what a pass by Jokinen. Now Hammer throws it behind the net. Jokinen's still in there. Back to Strom. Strom rips one. Saved by the goalie. Right out front is Hadraba trying to get a handle on it. Mojo totally with the Voyageurs at the moment. Gross tries to give it back to Gross. Rose after it with McDonald, just comes out of the zone. Here come the Wolves, 2-on-1 against Gross. Nice shot by Hadraba, couldn't get the one-timer off. Hadraba making a move. She throws it over to Gross, just out of her reach. Hadraba after it. 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Gross gets it in deep. Thrown back in deep. McDonald back to Gross. She throws it back in deep where Putnam's going to go get it. Gross has been out there a long time. Back to Gross. Snapshot. Goes wide. Hadraba behind the net. Oh, tried to hit McDonald. Spaeth going to dump it back in deep. Throws it towards the net. Oh, just couldn't get the handle. Was Putnam. Gross tries to get it deep. Hill throws it towards the net. That goes wide. Spaeth going to pick it up at the hash mark. Voyageurs changing on the fly here. Gross finally gets off. Johnson back on. The Wolves need a whistle in a bad way. Just trying to get it out of the zone. Still controlled by Johnson. Over to Spaeth. To McDonald. Offsides waved off. Then the ref called it. He was right. Wow, what a flurry of activity, Justin. Bench cam's looking great. My new favorite cam, everybody. Can't tell. We need more cameras. All right, Dodge, Quo, and Olsen, it looks like. This one goes back to Johnson. Johnson throws it over to Quo. Quo catches on her backhand, throws it in deep. Olsen will be the first one there. Olsen behind the net, looking for somebody to center to. Backhand attempt. Dodge back at it. Dodge still with it. Dodge out front, looking to stuff a truck. Olsen now with it. Olsen throws it back to the point. Too many Wolves in the way. Oh, Johnson just got a piece of that. Now Dodge. Dodge is going to spin the other way. Dodge now building up a head of steam. Blowing Olsen. Finds Olsen, but nothing on the pass. Nice poke check by Johnson. Spaeth going to circle around her own net. Right out front. Comes back through the crease. And that's going to be icing on the Voyageurs. Woo! I think it was Dodge. Somebody said, give me a whistle. Good pace to this one. 8:54 to go. 2-0 your score for the Voyageurs. Longberg, Fuller, Jolkinen. Controlled by the Wolves. Right up the circle. Oh! Ivan Byron got a piece of that one. Fuller trying to get it out of the zone. This is going to be Arneson. Wolves going to circle behind their own net. Longberg pinches. Fuller trying to get somewhere with it. Clay Bundy backing her up. And the Wolves were able to get it out of the zone. Clay Bundy again with it. Over to Fuller, just off her stick. Longberg gets it into the offensive zone. Now the Wolves get it to center. Shot, saved by Byron. Wolves from behind the net. They center, tipped away by Arneson. Back to the point for the Wolves. Shot goes wide of Byron. Clay Bundy and Fuller along the wall. Comes out to the Wolves. They gain the blue line. Save Byron. And she says, give me a whistle. Wow, the Warriors really had a stretch. They were putting the pressure on. Behind the net goes to Strawn. Rose at the hash marks. Right out front. Hodrova trying to get a handle on it. She's getting her pocket picked. It gets through it. Still getting her pocket picked. Here come the Wolves the other way. Trying to get around Gross. Strawn now to chase it into the corner. She sees she's got a little room. She's going to go for a skate. That gets poked off her stick. Here come the Wolves the other way. Nice job. And Byron's going to say, give me a whistle. Split screen. Looks like Hammer, Hodrova, Johnson, Rose. And it looked like we're going to get a face-off just outside the Voyager zone here. 2-0 for the Voyageurs. 6:34 to go here in the first half. Again, we're playing 2 23-minute halves. This is Hammer on the draw. Over to Johnson. Johnson tries to get it up to Hadrava. Wolves are pestering her. Hammer's got it. She tries to get it over to Rose. Rose takes a big hit at the blue line. Spade's going to turn around and try to get it over to Johnson. Johnson picks it up and throws it into the offensive zone. Hammer out in front. Hadrava trying to get something out. Hadrava tries to get it back to Johnson. Johnson rips way up high. That one goes wide left of the goalie. Back to Spade. Spade makes a nice move to get around the D. Top of the circle from the dot. Shot. That goes wide right. Johnson throws it towards the net. And here come the Wolves. That should be icing as Byron watches it go past her to her left. And we're going to get icing on the Wolves with 5:38 to go here in the first half. Sometime this weekend, Justin and I have another trick up our sleeve. Hopefully everybody will enjoy if we can pull it off. We'll let you know, but we're pretty excited about a possible opportunity. Clay Bundy keeps it in deep. That goes to Putnam. McDonald behind the net to help out. Nice forecheck by Putnam. Nice job keeping it in with McDonald. Now back to Arneson. Goes right over the slot where the Wolves pick it up. Nice job by Putnam trying to slow him down. That one's going to go wide of Byron. Arneson's the first one there. She'll spinorama. Stolen by the Wolves from behind, out in the slot, and she's on her backhand. Now throws it back into the corner. Stolen away now by, looks like McDonald. Gets it out to Putnam. Putnam with a backhand shovel pass to Hills. Hills tries to throw it towards the net. That goes behind the net. Putnam picks it up. He sees Clay Bundy, but backhands to Hill. Hills now back to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy got a bouncing puck. Oh, that one right into the shin pad. Clipped in by Hills. Hills now throws it back to McDonald. Voyageurs off on a change. Picked up in the slot by Quo. She runs into a big Wolf. And back to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy, seeing some room to skate, throws it up to Olsen. Olsen make a move in the slot. Oh, to dodge. Wrong-handed her. Hog-tied her. Now the Wolves get it out one-on-one versus Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy's there. Shot, blocker, saved Byron. Dodge with a pass to Crow. That knocked off her stick. 2-on-1 for the Wolves. Shot. Byron with another save. The Wolves now out shooting us. That one's not going to have it for icing. Goes on the forecheck. Stolen away by Olsen. They're tried to. Here come the Wolves. Pass it up ice. Coming through center. 1-on-2. And that should be offsides on the Wolves with 3:20 to go. Throw it in the chat if you like the new bench cam. Make sure you like and subscribe us here on YouTube and Facebook. Doing our best to get you a high-quality broadcast here. This is going to be Strom to go get it. Tries to get it over to Fuller. That got intercepted by the Wolves. Longberg, nice job on the wall. Puck comes out to center. Wolves pick it up. They get by Strom. They're in the corner. Looking to center. Spinorama backhand. Stolen away by the Longberg. Longberg tries to throw it up ice. Jolkinen with some speed. Tries to center to Fuller. Strom throws it in deep. Longberg there. Gross pinches. Tries to get to Longberg. Puck's loose. Fuller's got out front. Jolkinen's looking for some garbage to clean up. Gross tries to throw it towards the net. Gross still with it. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Jolkinen's going to be the first one there. Shot by the point. That's blocked by a Wolf. Lundberg off for a change. Joker with some speed. And offsides is the call with 2:10 to go in the first half. Split screen. Rose tries to steal. Wolves throw it in deep. Johnson's going to be the first one there. This is the old backhand shovel pass. And Byron picks it up. That one's going to be icing. On the Voyageurs. And this one's going to come all the way back to the right of Byron. Hammer on the draw with Rose and Hadrava. Looks like Arneson and Johnson out there. This one comes back to the point. They try to throw it back in deep. The Wolves still have it. Tried to center. Nice job by Arneson. Excuse me, that's Spade. Wolves with it right out front. Shot. That was going to go wide. Johnson picks it up, but Byron got the flipper on it. Hadrava picks it up. Gets it over to Rose. Rose gains the blue line. Tries to get it over to the Hammer. Hammer centers right out front. Oh, first bounce, wrong-handed Hadrava. Johnson throws it wide by a few feet. Rose tries to center. That's picked off by the Wolves. Spade's going to try and get it, but here come the Wolves. Nice back check. That shot goes wide left of Byron. 1 minute to go in the half. Hadrava dishes it up to Hills. Hills gains the zone. She's going to chase it in deep. Hadrava and Hammer off for a change. That brings out McDonald and Putnam. Here come the Wolves the other way. The Wolves, number 5 for Montana, driving it deep. Drop pass, good idea. Didn't quite work. Clay Bundy going to pick it up in the corner, 35 to go. Clay Bundy pushes it up the walls to Hills. Hills going to go around the other way. He gets denied. Now McDonald with it. Back to the point for the Wolves. Byron shoves it aside. Wolves still have it. They push here. 13 seconds left in the half. McDonald with it. Wolves putting a strong push on here. And that's going to do it. And that's the buzzer. So that's going to do it for the half. Score at the end of the first 23 minutes, 2-0 for your Voyageurs. The house had some shots, 14 apiece. I got it 14-10 for the Wolves. Wow. So far. Right? All right, split screen. So that's it, folks. We're going to have a quick intermission here, 10, 12 minutes. We will be back at you. Good time to go eat your late night snacks and a beverage if you want. And we'll be back at you here. Take care, everybody. Be right back. Coming back at you, Voyager hockey fans, Friday night down in Blaine, Fogarty Arena. Second half getting ready to start. Voyagers are up 2-0. Found out some good information in the intermission. Montana Wolves here, this is their first game as a team. So these girls didn't even know what positions they were going to be playing. So it's just like us and Moorhead a couple of weeks ago. So they're playing well. They're a good-sized team. All the girls are pretty big. But here come your Voyagers. Get you a bench cam here. As the girls come drop their stuff off. Two minutes on the warm-up clock. Most of them, we understand, probably do play on boys' teams, a lot for their opportunities. But as they get older here, there's the Montana Wolves, so they're the state team. I wonder if they get some state funding. That's why they all win. That's what's good attire. They all match. 41 seconds left here in the warm-up. Getting to see the inner workings on the bench as the girls come, drop their stuff off. We're going to go live. Let's go with the audio. So that mic. See if we can hear anything. Here's the buzzer. Let us know in the chat if you like the bench cam. All right, I can hear the coach just a little bit, but we're talking about getting a Bluetooth mic to go along with the bench cam. All kinds of ideas here for the broadcast. Looks like Dodge, Olsen, and is that Quo? I was going to say I got the blue lace. Got to get used to seeing the blue laces. Strom tries to get it over to Quo. She'll get over there. She hits Olsen right on the tape. Olsen into the corner. Quo's out front. Something's wrong with Olsen. Olsen looks like she's holding on to a wrist. Voyagers, let's hope Olsen's okay. She looked like she jammed her wrist or something. This is Gross throwing it up ice to Quo. Oh, she tried to tip it forward. Here comes Jokinen. She'll be the first one there. Jokinen tries to center to Quo. Just was able to get the hand on it. Now it comes back to Johnson. Johnson's going to throw it up ice, throw it into the corner. Quo goes off on a change. Out comes Fuller. That one's going to be picked up by Fuller, hot off the bench. Fuller makes a move. Fuller right into the slot. Shot. Blocker saved by the goalie. first shot of the half. Good save by the goalie. Fuller's got it. She throws it in deep. Wolves now have it behind their own net. Fuller picks it off along the wall. She throws it back in deep. Jokinen's off. Longberg's on. Excuse me, that's Rose. Spaeth tries to throw it in deep. Here come the Wolves, 3-on-2. If they hurry, they gain the zone. They're good. Trying to get around Johnson. Tried to center. Just doesn't get it off. We got Nelson in the net now. That one's intercepted by Spaeth. Spaeth up ice. She gains the red line. Tries to dump it in deep. Picked up by Longberg. Here come the Wolves. Trying to get around Spaeth. She stands up tall. Rose tries to get it over to Hadrava. Nothing doing there. Back to the Wolves. They throw it up ice. Picked off the blue line by Johnson. Now they're gathered up by Hadrava. Hadrava's going to try and throw it in deep. That makes it to the back wall. It's like Arneson with it. Gets it out to center. Hammer time. She's busted it loose. Shoot. Oh, she's airmailed at FedEx Express right over top. Putnam is back out on the ice, so her wrist must be all right. Hammer was behind. Oh. Here comes the Wolves. Back out to Clay Bundy at center. She tips it forward to Hills. Hills wraps it in deep. Wolves are going to be the first one there. This one's going to be Clay Bundy to keep it in. She throws it in deep to Hills. Now Putnam after it. She does the old spinorama. McDonald trying to get there. Hills in to help. Throws it off the side of the net. It's right at the foot of the goalie. And the goalie lays it down and says, give me a whistle. First two shots go to the Voyageurs. Back to Clay Bundy. Tipped in by Putnam. Clay Bundy along the wall. 3-on-1. 2-on-1. Arneson and Hills. Blocker save Nelson. Wolves throw it out front, intercepted by McDonald. Tries to sprint. Putnam just didn't have the step. Putnam now to the hash mark. Ref goes down in a heap. This one's going to come out. Looks like the ref's okay. Strom throws it over to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy gets it up to Putnam. Putnam goes to the slot. Putnam gets a handle on it. Blocked by the Wolves. Here come the Wolves 2-on-2. Strom and Clay Bundy. Wolves throw it behind the net. This is going to be picked up by Hills. Hills hits Putnam. Wolves with it again. Busted through center, 1-on-5. Wolves with it. Still with it. They go back to the point. Wolves shot. Went off the skate of a Wolf. McDonald to go get it. It looks like that was Strom to wrap it around. Or Gross, sorry. And that one's going to go all the way up ice. That should be icing on your Voyageurs. And it is. 17:52 to go in the regulation. Face-off won by the Voyageurs, but goes back to the D. Here's Quo trying to split the D. Wolves coming the other way. Nice job by Dodge. Dodge throws it up into the offensive zone. Arms up for icing. And that one's going to come all the way back, looks like to the left of Nelson. Face-off won by the Voyageurs. Johnson to wrap it around. Wolves throw it from the net. And Nelson puts it in the mid. So, quick shot by the Wolves here. Face-off back to the left of Nelson. Controlled by the Wolves. They try to throw it in deep. Johnson tried to get a handle on it. Wolves still have it in the corner. Coming off the hash mark, out into the slot. Bobble. Leg pad saved by Nelson. And the Wolves have the mojo here at the moment. Wongberg, Jolkinen, and Fuller now. Wongberg on the draw. She throws it back in deep. That's going to get picked up by Johnson. Johnson drops it back. Now it's picked up by Wongberg. Johnson again. Jolkinen to pick it up in the corner. Springs Wongberg. Wongberg's first to go get it. She chucks it in deep. Wongberg on a mission here. And here come the Wolves. Johnson to beat. Nice job by Johnson. Saved by Nelson. And the Wolves throw it up ice. The arm's up, and that's going to be icing on the Wolves. That's only their second icing of the game. So this one's going to come all the way back to the right of the Wolves goalie. Hammer on the draw. What an opportunity Hammer had just a bit ago. Breakaway, great save by the goalie. Hammer tries to get it in. Rose. Arneson on defense, pinching, gets by her. One to beat is Clay Bundy. Nice job by Hodrob on the back check. Wolves throw it behind the net. Icing's waved off. Hodrob in on the forecheck. They wrap it around. Clay Bundy's able to get there. She throws it in deep again. That's going to go back to Hodroba. Puck is out front. Now coming up alongside the wall. Arneson trying to keep it in. Battle along the wall here. And that's going to come out to Clay Bundy at center. She's going to throw it up to Rose, who just can't get there quick enough. Clay Bundy keeps it in the zone. Does a dangle to the dot. Shot. That goes wide and left of the goalie. Arneson pinches. Picked off by Hills. On the backhand. Tries to get it to Hodroba. The D's changing. New set of D is Strom and Gross. Hot off the bench. Icing's waved off. Up, Gross lost the handle. Two Wolves in the corner. Here comes Hills. 2-on-3 with Putnam. Hills. No, excuse me, that's Strom to Putnam. Went wide. Putnam still with it. Back behind the net. McDonald tries a one-timer. Outside Putnam, over the top of the net. Oh. And here come the Wolves. And the Wolves get it in deep. Hills tries the center. McDonald throws it deep. McDonald at the tail end of his shift, just about out of gas. Here come the Wolves. Still have it top of the circle. Now they lost it. Johnson in to try and get a handle on it. Putnam in there to help. She lost it. To Wolves off the half mark, back to the point. Low shot, bouncer, tipped wide. Spaeth with it. Now she lost it. Wolves keep it in the offensive zone. 13-17 to go. Spaeth with it. She makes a move. She's got a lot of white space. Here she comes, 1-on-3, going wide to the dot. Lost the handle. Quo filling in on defense. Nice job covering for the D. And that's offsides on the Voyageurs. With 12:50 to go here in the second half or regulation. Bench cam. Hit that mic for you. All's quiet on the bench. Puck's down to Clay Bundy. Over to Arneson. Arneson brings it in. Lost the handle. She throws it towards the net. Here come the Wolves. They throw it up. Clay Bundy just didn't get it in the offensive zone. Popped out by an inch or two. We're going to get a face-off just outside the offensive zone. Looks like Dodge on the draw. Over to Arneson. Arneson's going to throw it in deep. Olsen and Quo after it. Wolves spinorama. Quo into the corner. Steals. Quo onto the forehands. Oh, just lost the handle. Arneson tries to keep it in. She does. Arneson going in deep, trying to get it to Olsen. Drive to center. That's Olsen in the corner. She's going to throw it back to Arneson. Arneson picks it up. Low shot. Tipped by Quo. Just went wide left. Arneson's off on a change. Clay Bundy throws it in deep. Quo goes off. Fuller hot off the bench. Clay Bundy's going to keep it in. Fuller's going to be the first one there. She throws it back to Strom. Strom with a low shot. Saved by the goalie. Kept in by Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy throws it back in. Longberg hot off the bench. Comes back to Strom. Back to Clay Bundy. Fuller steals. Tries to hit Longberg. Saved by the goalie. That was a hot ass tip. Nice job getting that on goal. That was well played. Longberg on the draw. Jolkinen, Fuller, Strom, and Gross. This one goes back to Gross. She throws around behind the net. Jolkin's going to be there. Longberg in trying to help. Strom pinches. Wolves 2-on-1 if they hurry. Goes off the side of the net. Strom wraps it around. And that should be icing on the Voyageurs. And it looks like it'll reach. That's her 7th of the game. So the Voyageurs give us a line change here. Looks like Rose, Hammer, and Hadrava. Strom and Gross. Of course, Nelson in the net. Hammer on the draw. Goes towards the net. Strom backhands it out to the point. Strom now throws it off the wall. It's going to be kept in by the Wolves. Shot, tipped, goes wide of the net. Wolves trying to get it out. And Nelson says, give me a whistle. I think I'm keeping bench cam. I like bench cam. We just need another camera. Hammer on the draw, goes back to Spade. Spade tries to circle the other way. Wolves right out front, tried to stuff a truck and a goal. So the Wolves score their first goal. Nelson got the first shot, then she was down, and one of the Wolves was able to just pick it up and flip it over her. And of course, some of the Wolf fans are making Wolf noises. So 2-1's your score here now with 9:51 to go. This one just got more interesting. And offsides on the Voyageurs. Looked like Rose was just in a little bit deep. So this Wolf team should just keep getting better as they play with each other. This is McDonald. Johnson on the chase. The Wolves try to center, goes off the back of the net. And we get a whistle with the puck stuck in the twine. McDonald on the draw. Goes back. This will be Arneson to play it. Arneson and McDonald digging. Here's Hills. She feeds it over to Putnam. Putnam throws it out to Arneson there in the slot. Lost a handle shot. What a goal! Goalie had a little bit of a screen, but a nice low shot. Looks like it went 5-hole. And that's going to make it 3-1. So the Voyageurs come back strong and re-get that insurance goal. Sponsorship pending. Don't have any insurance sponsors for insurance goals. Face off won by McDonald. Clay Bundy tries to get it up to Putnam. Now it's going to come back to Arneson. Arneson throws it off the wall. Tries to get it over to Hills. Putnam. Oh, just got caught in the skates of the Wolves. Otherwise, Putnam was loose. Hills, Putnam, and McDonald all behind the net. Back to the Bundy. Shot low. That one went off the back of Putnam. She's going to have a couple of bruises now. Putnam digging in. Now back to Bundy. She throws it up ice. Just missed Putnam. Clay Bundy with it again. Clay Bundy makes a move. Tries to get it over to McDonald. Picked up by Arneson. Arneson makes a move. Hits Putnam. Putnam and Hills. Drop pass to Hills. Hills shoots. And a hit save by the goalie. Looks like the Voyageurs are going to switch it up here. So make sure you're liking and subscribing to all the stuff here. Face off here, controlled by the Wolves. Strom. Here come the Wolves. Nice job by Gross. Wolves still with it, but now Dodge gets it behind the net. Picked up by a Wolf out front. Still with it, right into the slot on the backhand, though. And the Wolves still trying to come with it. Gross bats it up ice into the neutral zone. Wolves come through center. And that one's just going to come out to center. And that's offsides on the Wolves. With 7:32 to go, 3-1 is still your score. Face-off going to be just outside the defensive zone for the Voyageurs. All right, the ref's happy. Puck's down. Wolves are able to get it into the offensive zone. Over to Strom. Strom up to Olsen. Olsen's going to try and get it in deep. That gets denied by the Wolves. Strom. Wait, is that Dodge? Strom. Drops. Quo with a long drive. Oh, almost a goal by Olsen. And it is. So for sure, Quo to Olsen, but I don't know, was there somebody in between there, Justin? All right. So 4 from 5. And that makes it 4-1. So that's the umbrella policy goal. To make it 4-1. So the Voyageurs, after giving one up here, come back with some extra energy and put 2 on the board. Discussion by the Wolves coach with the referees. Ooh. Yep, batted it in. So the goal's going to count. So that makes it 4-1. Longberg, Jokin, and Fuller here. Longberg wins it. Goes back to Johnson. Tries to get it over to Jokin. Wolves coming the other way with it. Wolves throw it in deep. Johnson's going to play it up the wall to Jokinen, but the Wolves be the first one there. Now Johnson to go get it. Fuller picks it off the wall, sees Longberg. Oh, just got lost in her mitts. Johnson steals it. Wolves try to center. Jokinen's there. Should be the first. He tries to get it off the corner. That didn't happen. Into the corner, Longberg and Fuller. And the Wolves come away with it. Now the Wolves 3-on-2 if they hurry. And that's offside. The ref was right on it. Good call by the ref. So 4-1's your score. 6:10 to go in regulation here. Longberg wins it. Up to Jokinen. Jokinen's going to throw it in deep. Kept in by Arneson. Back to Jokinen. Over to Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy rips one. Oh, tipped up over top of the net. And this one gets thrown out of the zone by the Wolves. Clay Bundy over there along the wall. Fuller goes in to help. Now the Wolves 2-on-1. Oh, good play by Jokinen. Clay Bundy now going on offense. She's 1-on-4 on the backhand. Tries to drive the net out front. Oh! And was that Hammer? What a job by Hammer. I think that's her third of the season here by Clay Bundy. To make it 5-1. So the Wolves scored and now 3 unanswered by the Voyageurs to make it a 5-1 lead. Clay Bundy behind her net. The Wolves digging in deep now. 5:10 to go. Clay Bundy behind the net to the Wolves, looking to center. They drop it back to the point. Shot, not a lot of wood on that one. Wolves try to center right out front. Nelson says, give me a whistle. So shots, the house has them even up at 25 apiece. I got it 22-20. Voyageurs pick it up here. That looks like Gross. He throws it over. Rear hammer now gets it out of the zone. It's got Rose. Oh, just out of her reach. Tried to spring Rose. Rose tried to center. That goes off the side of the net. Still loose. The ref had a good eye on it. And then we get the whistle. .437 to go in regulation. 5-1 for your Voyageurs. It's like Hammer, Hills, Putnam. Strong throws it low. And the goalie says, give me a whistle. Well, she gives Putnam a little slash. Goalie cam one's getting a little choppy. McDonald on the draw here. Strong deems the blue line. Drops it to Hills. Hills tries to get a shot off. Not much on it. Here come the Wolves. Wolves gain the offensive zone on the backhand. Trying to make a move. Still with it. Shot goes wide and Nelson. Picked up by the Wolves. D makes a move. Putnam should be the first one there. Goes back to the point for the Wolves. Now thrown wide of Nelson. Nice job by Hodrover. Shooting that was McDonald. Over to Putnam. Putnam with a big old swing and a miss. She had teed that one up for the driver. Nobody home. Gross. Back to Strong. Strong from the slot. Shot off his shin pad. Gross is able to keep it in the zone. The Wolves have a floater out there now, or they're trying anyway. This is going to be Gross. Should be able to keep it in the zone. She throws it behind the net to McDonald. That gets by her. Putnam in the corner. Now McDonald with it. Back to Gross. Wrist shot. Saved by the goalie. And the Wolves goalie says, give me a whistle. With 3:01 left. Signal is getting a little choppy here. Apologize for that. Not sure what's going on with the Wi-Fi. The puck comes back out to center. Johnson throws it up the wall. Gets it over to Dodge. Now over to Olsen. Olsen on the back end. Turns to the forehand. Just lost the handle. Johnson now dives in with it. Rips one. That looks like it went off a Wolf. Olsen tries to go somewhere with it. And the Wolves throw it out to center with 2:33 to go. Johnson tries to feed Dodge. And the Wolves throw it back out to center. Back down to Johnson. Johnson over to Spaeth, who lost the handle. Couldn't get it. Shot saved by Nelson. And Nelson says, give me a whistle. So Voyageurs going to stick with that same line. 2:15 to go here. Dodge having a conversation with the ref. Wolves are ready to go. Olsen behind the net. Johnson in to help. Wolves on the forehand now. Back behind the net, looking like they know what they're doing. Puck's out front. Nelson puts the paddle down. It's loose. Comes out to the point. Wolves throw it back in deep. Nelson got the paddle on that one. Dodge from behind the net. Quo goes in there to help. She goes down in a heap. Wolves still with it. They're putting the pressure on. Olsen's loose. Dodge is in there to help. Olsen on the backhand, forehand, backhand shot. Saved by the goalie. It's loose. It's right under the goalie. with 1:31 left here. So the Wolves were putting some pressure on there. Longberg here on the draw, 1:31 to go. Pulls it back for Clay Bundy. Over to Fuller. Fuller tries to center. Right out front. Oh! Longberg almost got a shot off. Jokinen and Longberg. Wolves throw it up ice. That should be icing on the Wolves. And it is. Only their third of the game. With 1:09 left in regulation here. Longberg, Jokinen, Fuller, Clay Bundy, and Arneson. Longberg on the draw. Goes back to Arneson, looking for her second. And the Wolves goalie says, give me a whistle. Coach is going to change him up. That shit looks like they wanted another minute here. 1:02 to go. Hammer, Rose, and Hadrava now. Back to Clay Bundy, and just only able to keep it in was Clay Bundy. Clay Bundy spins, throws it up to Hadrava. Taken away by Arneson. Clay Bundy's going to spin around her own net, tries to get it up to Rose. Kept in by the Wolves. Clay Bundy with it. Over to Rose. 30 seconds here. Hammer throws it in deep. Wolves wrap it around, kept in by Rose. And this one's going to go back. That's Gross over to Strong. This one's about ready to wrap up into a final. 6 to go. 3, 2, 1. There's your bench cam for the win. 5-1 for final. 5-1 for final. So I thought the Wolves played good hockey all the way through. I got the shots 25-24 in favor of the Voyageurs. The finals 5-1. Wait for the handshake here. The Voyageurs just pulled away that last part of that second half, scoring the insurance goals. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for your Friday night fights here. Friday night broadcast. 5-1 is your final. We're going to be back at you with the early one. I think it's a 8:30, 8:40 start tomorrow. Something like that. Oh, the Green Giants. So we're going to be at the other rink in the morning. Looking forward to that. So we can have our normal camera set up on that one. But for now, we're going to sign off. Get the girls back to bed. They got the first game in the morning. So we're going to call tonight, everybody. Thanks for watching the broadcast. Remember to watch, subscribe, hand it out to everybody you know. And we'll look forward to seeing you.